This is Scott Welch, Muscle Insider Magazine. I'm here with the two-time Mr. Olympia champion, Brandon Hendrickson. Thanks very much for taking time out to talk to the Canadian fans of Muscle Insider. What's it feel like to be the two-time champion?
It's a dream come true, man. Honestly, it's just I worked for this. I worked really, really hard to obtain this title again. I worked hard for the first title. I worked even harder for the second title. So it's just like, it's sort of like relieving and gratifying knowing that consistency and hard work and patience and trusting the process can bring you to this level, can bring you to this success. It's awesome, man.
Now, 2020 kicked off at the Arnold's with you, where you placed second at that show. But you've obviously redeemed yourself. Now, what did you do differently into the Olympia from the Arnold's?
Well, I knew I was on point at the Arnold. I mean, even coming from the 2019 Olympia, I was way off at last year's Olympia. So that was just fuel to the fire for me to be better. The Arnold Classic 2020 was like, it felt like it was a reincarnation of Brandon Hendrickson 2.0. It was a whole new physique. I added on muscle, I added on detail, I added on a completely improved physique. And so, like I said, the Arnold Classic, I got second place, went back to the drawing books, had to look at what I needed to improve to get ready for the Olympia. And then one thing that I realized I was weak in was my core, was my abs. Andre won the show. He had a crazy physique. We both did. We were both very comparable, but I think he edged me out with the core. So, bro, literally, Saturday was the show. Sunday, we came back home. From Monday, after the Arnold to Mr. Olympia, I was banging my abs, core, every day, core. So that, not only that, but my back as well. My back has improved a lot, but it was always a weakness of mine. So I made sure to improve my core and my back, and 2020 Olympia is the result of that.
You know, because we were at the 2019, and I just couldn't believe that you went from the reigning champ to, I believe it was fourth place at that show, because I just had you as the favorite, but you obviously just missed your peak a bit. But would you say that that actually was what really kicked you in the butt to make you try even further and bring up those body parts?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, sometimes you need those losses. Like, you can't always look at a loss as a loss. You take the loss, the L from a loss, and you make it a learning lesson. So even though I didn't reattain the title,
yeah,
I feel like I've improved mentally and physically and spiritually, where I can turn it into motivation so I can be better for the next show. So it's never really a loss for me.
COVID restrictions, I mean, this is even more of an incredible accomplishment for you, because obviously with gyms being shut down in different places and your prep affected by the world we live in, how did you find that that had its toll on you, or did you just stay motivated and positive throughout the whole situation?
Thank God I had a gym to train at. Shout out to Chicago Barbell Compound in Chicago. They let me train. It wasn't a lot of us. We only had like up to 10 people training at a time. During quarantine, but I did have a gym to train at. So honestly, I didn't even skip a beat. If anything, the quarantine, the COVID thing really helped me improve all my weaknesses, because it gave me so much more time to be better. I thought the Olympia was going to be in September when I started prep. So my 13-week prep turned into 26-week prep.
Now that you are the face of the men's physique category, what do you plan on doing differently this time as champion versus what you were in terms of your last, obviously when you were 2018, you had that year to be the reigning Olympia winner. Now that you are the champion, are you going to compete in more shows? Are you going to take time off? What is the plan?
Crazy. In 2018, after I won, I mean, a lot of people don't really know this, but I did the week after I won, I did the Korea Pro, and I won the Korea Pro. 2 weeks after that, I did Japan Pro. I won Japan Pro. 2 weeks after that, I did the China Pro, and I won the China Pro.
Wow.
So I actually did 3 shows as the Mr. Olympia champion. And after that, I just did a lot of tours and a lot of seminars, but that was before everything closed down. So comparing last year to this year is completely different because it's not the same. So as far as competing, I'll be competing at the Arnold Classic 2021. As far as like seminars and meet and greets and stuff, I'm not going to be doing any kind of world tours right now. So I'm just going to focus on nationwide tours. So I'm planning on doing seminars and meet and greets nationwide this time. As far as competing, like I said, I'll just do the Arnold Classic and the Mr. Olympia. And if Danny Garcia and The Rock decide to do Athleticon, I will be at Athleticon 2021 as well.
That's off season for you. I mean, do you keep your body fat within what, 5% of what you compete at, or what is your magic number?
I mean, right now I'm a week out, a week post Olympia, so I don't even consider this an off season. This is just completely off. Right now I'm just having fun. My off season program begins in January, so we're gonna start an off season program in January, where I'll actually have structure. Bro, my body it's really easy to work with. Once I have structure and something to follow, a plan to follow, my body responds super quick. So I don't get no more than 12% body fat when I'm off.
Wow. Now, in terms of coaching, do you prep yourself, or who's your coach?
I have a coach. I have a new coach. We just got together literally 2 weeks out from the Mr. Olympia. I'm signed with Team Y3T, Neil Hill.
Okay.
Shout out to Neil, Team Y3T. So he took over my prep the last 2 weeks, and it's been crazy, man. It's been so great. We've been working together just in 2 weeks. You know, we're still building our relationship, but the way we talk, the way we speak to each other, the way we communicate, he really cares about his athletes. He's really an intelligent guy, and I'm a hard worker. So when you combine those two, anything is possible.
Yeah. Now, in terms of sponsorship, I know for a while you were with B Sports, and now I see you're with Celsius. What other sponsors are picked you up? Because now that you're Mr. Olympia, you've got to be obviously choosy with where you go next in terms of the brands you associate with.
Yeah, it's got to be like, I just want to make sure I'm taken care of because I'm a very loyal athlete. I've been with my sponsors, Dark Sport, who's my clothing sponsor. I've been with them since 2016. All of my sponsors I've been with at least 2 years. I've been with Clean Chicago. They're my meal prep sponsors since 2015. BPI was just a year. I'm done with BPI. I'm done with Beast. That was 2 years with Beast. Both great companies. Just came to an end. Right now, I'm currently not with a supplement sponsor. So if anybody's watching, I'm looking out for you guys. But I do have a clothing sponsor. I'm with Chic Sports for accessories, bodybuilding accessories. Clean Chicago. I'm with Titan Grips and Muscle Egg Whites.
Yeah, I was really surprised because, I mean, obviously BPI, big company, and B Sports before that. I surprised one of the other bigger guys. Now that you're our Mr. Olympia, I'm sure that that's actually going to be there. The other thing I was impressed by is you're always lean. Every time we check your Instagram, you're always lean. You're always doing cool stuff and updating your thing. And it's good. Now, what kind of message would you send out there to your fans and some of the other competitors, the importance of building your brand as being a pro? Because a lot of people think that once they get their pro card, all of a sudden the sponsorships are going to come in and that, but you know, that's not necessarily the case, is it?
I say whatever you like to do, make it more and make better. So for me, like don't try to follow. A lot of people just follow. They go and make shirts and they go and do everything that everyone else is doing. For me, bro, I sell socks. Scott, tell me one competitor that you've interviewed that's selling socks. Oh wait.
Never.
So this is the thing. I took something, pretty much nothing, and I made it something. So now people are excited to go buy my socks because there's a message behind these socks. My brand is called Big Waves. And on my socks it's waves. Or some of my socks say 5 more for a hater. So there's like motivational quotes. There's inspiration on the socks that people can wear. So I say, like, for anyone that's like new to the game, find something that is different. Be a leader. Don't follow. Find something that's different and make that something big. No matter what anybody says. Come on, bro. Like, people were definitely making fun of me for making socks. Like nobody's making socks. But did I care? No. I'm
Yeah.
doing what I want to do. I will be that sock guy. I'll be the sock guy in bodybuilding. If that's what's going to make me successful, then I'll do that. So don't be afraid to try new things and just keep going. No matter what anyone says, just keep going.
Now, off season, do you do cardio off season as well to sort of keep your metabolism high? Like how often do you?
So, like I said, I took a week off. Bro, I did not train since the last day I trained was 2 days out from the Olympia. And yesterday was the first day training back in the gym. So I took like a week and a half completely off from the gym. I just started cardio. So now I'm going to start doing faster cardio, 30 minutes in the morning. Probably not too much post-workout, maybe just like 10, 15 minutes post-workout. But I want to start getting into like a groove, a good routine of cardio in the morning. So yes, I do cardio in the off season, 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes fasting.
Okay, and weights a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, how often?
Yeah, so now, I'm kind of waiting on my program now.
Yeah, I guess with Neil it'll be different because you guys are going to put a plan together. Right?
Yeah, because we're so new. So this is completely new. Even the last 2 weeks was completely new structure, completely new program for me. So everything that I'm working with Neil is so new. But before that, I would be training 5 to 6 days a week. I'd probably take 2 days off at the most, 2 days off.
Wow. Okay, well that's good. I mean, what's the bodybuilding scene like? You're in Chicago, aren't you?
It's dead, bro.
Really? You got
Super
quads
dead.
there. You got Linda Murray, I think, is there.
Yeah.
You got all these different people that are. I mean, you just assume.
It's such a small community. I mean, we have pros here. We have other Olympia, Soraka Shabazz. He made it to Olympia. He hasn't competed in a couple years. We have a couple women's physique pros from here. But as far as bodybuilding, the scene's kind of dead, bro. Like, it's cold. Everyone wants to stay inside. Everyone wants to eat. So I mean, it's kind of cool because it makes us, even me and my journey, a little more unique because I have to get up 5, 6 in the morning, 20, 30 degree weather, dress up, go warm my car up, drive to the gym, warm up 10 minutes before I can even get warm, then do my cardio, then go outside in the cold, drive home, make breakfast. So my process is a lot different living in Chicago, but it makes the journey a lot more interesting and more worth it.
How did you find the experience of the Olympia this year for you versus the traditional Las Vegas sort of experience? Because obviously you're in Orlando this year, much more environment. How did you find the difference as a competitor?
I didn't even care, bro. Just give me a stage. We could have had the Olympia in Iowa. We could have had the Olympia in South Dakota. But I don't care. Just give me a stage. We could have had the Olympia right here in this clubhouse that I'm training at. So to me, man, it didn't affect me. I just needed a stage. And thank God for Mr. Olympia, Jake Wood, Dan Solomon for making all of this happen, man. Because this is my career. I quit. I was working in healthcare before I quit and started bodybuilding. So without this, I'd still be in healthcare, unhappy, doing what I don't really want to do. So I'm just super grateful that they were able to make this happen for us and for me to continue with my career.
Yeah, I mean, have you found that, I mean, post-Olympia, did you guys do some photo shoots and things like that? I saw some of them on the internet with Big Ramby and Chris Bumstead doing Most Musculars and things like that. I mean,
I wasn't there for that, yeah. That was funny.
Didn't they do some stuff with all the Olympians? Because you were in the seminar and things like that, weren't you?
Yeah, they were doing it after. I had a photo shoot that morning with Dark Sport, so I was pretty busy that morning.
Yeah.
After that, we just went out to eat the rest of the day.
Yeah. Wow.
We had the seminar at night though. We went after the show. It was a super small seminar kind of thing. We just ate food and talked a little bit.
Yeah. Now, I mean, in terms of the other rivals, obviously Andre Ferguson and some of the others, do you have a good camaraderie with some of your main competitors?
We're cordial.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't like. You could look. I'm not even gonna sit here and I don't want to put my energy into that because what's important for me right now is having peace in my life, and dealing with that was not giving me peace in my life. So I don't even want to give that energy. You can look up all the drama and all the stuff. Just Google my name on YouTube. You can find all the drama. and you can understand, get a better understanding of why I'm talking this way and why I don't want to give that energy. So for now, as far as my rivalries, I don't have any rivals. I'm now two-time Mr. Olympia. So my only rival is myself. So if anybody asks, anybody asking who are my competitors, who are my rivalries, to be honest, bro, I don't even care at this point because I know I'm gonna be at the top and I'm staying at the top for a few more years.
Yeah, I think your physique is exactly what we needed. Where you've got that balloon-like look to your physique. It's a men's physique. You're a handsome guy, obviously, and great, obviously, lines throughout your body. But you've got that fullness that you don't often see, that the calf development, the full body development. And I think that that's what the category itself needs, is that allowing it to go sort of the progression that we've had from a Jeremy Bondia type physique to your physique, which is much more muscular, yet still aesthetic.
It's still aesthetic. I think Jeremy was the beginning of that new generation of men's physique. Jeremy was the beginning. Even going back to Sadiq. Sadiq had that full chest, full shoulders, V taper. But the thing that started transitioning was keeping the full chest, keeping the full shoulders, but now having detail in the core. The core became so much more important with guys like me, Ryan Terry, Andre Ferguson. You see how tight and how conditioned the core is with still maintaining size and fullness in a stronger V-taper. So now you can even start to see more transition. Now the transition with me being the standard is now filling out the legs. Now guys like me are filling out the board shorts. Now we have legs, complete physiques, not just upper body anymore. Like, I hope the open bodybuilders see this because I know they like to make fun of us. It's not like that anymore. The game has changed. Men's physique is changing. And like I said, I'm the standard, and now I'm changing the whole game, bro. I'm bringing filled out shorts, complete physique, broad chest, full chest and shoulders, full back, small waist, and conditioned core. That's the new type of physique that you guys should be aiming for men's physique.
That was the one thing that really stuck out when you won the Olympia the first time, was the size of your lower body. Because a lot of the men's physique people, Jeremy, they had big chests, they had that good upper body, but you actually brought that full development around the whole total body development. So now, I mean, that's important for the category because you guys did take a lot of criticism. And I think it's kind of unfair because you guys don't criticize the open bodybuilding stream for maybe not being able to get ripped or being, you know, but they're the first to point out that, hey, your legs aren't there. Well, they are, but they're covered in board shorts. That's the category. I mean,
that's true. But I don't blame because in the beginning, a lot of the men's, even me, I wasn't showing my legs because I knew I didn't have legs. My priority was building my upper body. So I took my legs for granted. I wasn't training my legs. I wanted to become a pro in men's physique, and I know that training legs is not going to help me become a pro in men's physique. So I made sure that I focused on what I needed to build that men's physique look. But once I got the look, then I realized I need legs to match. So that's when I started training my legs. I really dedicated a lot of time to training my legs. And now I noticed that so many benefits to training legs. I mean, like I said, you fill out the board shorts, you create an X factor, which makes the waist look smaller. You burn more calories training legs. There's so many more benefits than there is the opposite for training legs.
Yeah, no, totally. I don't want to go there, obviously, on it, but you definitely have cleared the air a little bit on some of the hits that men's physique takes. But that's what your job is now, being the Olympia winner. You're there to represent the category. And for those at home, the NPC's judging criteria will be based on Brandon's physique, and that becomes what every amateur show around the world under the NPC stream is trying to emulate, is your physique up there, which is a lot of pressure for you, but it's really good because at least the judging now is standardized, because everyone can look at the Olympia winners and know what they're trying to accomplish.
What the standard is. And now I can say that confidently now, because like 2018 was just one win. But now that I won twice, I could say what you just said confidently. Like, this is the look that the guys should be aiming for in men's physique.
Yeah. Awesome.
And the thing is, like, the cool thing is, like, the look changes every year. So if I were to come with the same look that I did this year, I'll get beat. I have to always improve myself.
Yeah.
So the look is going to change. So use the look now to your advantage, but by next year, the look is going to start changing a little bit more, getting a little bit tighter. The waist is going to be a little bit tighter, core condition. The back is going to be a little bit wider, chest a little bit fuller, legs a little bit fuller. So guys, use this time to, really catch up, bring your physiques up, because by next year, I'm going to be better, and it's going to be a new standard.
You know what I'm impressed by, for those of you at home, this is a reigning Mr. Olympia for men's physique, and you have a coach. And a lot of times in bodybuilding, it's an individual sport, and people think, oh, I already know how to eat, I already know how to train. But even you could learn even more and be even better by getting assistance, which I think a lot of, that's what makes a really good champion, is to know that you got to surround yourself around a good team. And in other sports, you see the respect for coaching a lot more, but in this category, it's funny to see this sport that a lot of people think that they have to be the best in nutrition, the best in training, whereas you're sort of working with others to help broaden your physique and your ideas.
Yeah, like if you really want to take this sport seriously, you got to have an extra set of eyes, at least someone there to just guide you, even if it's not a coach, at least a mentor, just someone to guide you. Because like even now for me, knowing my body for years, when I see myself, it's like there's certain things that I don't see still, and I need those extra set of eyes to see it. Even if it's over the phone, even if it's online. I was online with Neil 2 weeks out because he was in Florida, I was in Chicago, and he was still able to help me and do things and look at little small details and change this, manipulate that through video. So you guys really take it. Don't take it for granted. You got to really get guidance and really use a coach in the sport.
Awesome. How often do you do posing practice leading up to, say, the Olympia? Like how many hours a day would you practice that?
So I work with Kenny Wallach. For this Olympia, when you look at my routine, that was my routine, bro. I made that routine up right there on stage. But that was just from experience, from being aware of my body, being aware of my strong points, just being aware of how I look, and knowing what poses to hit. What Kenny advised me with is my mandatory poses. So if you're going to use a posing coach, make sure you use a coach that's going to make your mandatory poses on point. You guys can hit me up. Any guys in NPC, hit me up for coaching. I can do online. I can do in-person posing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you on clients as well.
Yeah, I'm taking on posing clients. I'm not doing coaching right now, but posing clients, I can help you guys out all day. So if you guys hit me up, it's just like training, diet, cardio. You got to add posing into that. This is if you're going to take this sport serious, as an athlete, as a professional athlete, amateur athlete, you got to take this posing stuff serious, because everybody looks good, but if you don't know how to show it, it's not going to look good for you.
Yeah. A lot of guys don't realize it's a posing contest. Each pose is hit and judged, and
these guys drive me crazy, and I hate, because some shows I go to, I'm like, yo, this dude looks on point, but he's posing so awkward. Even I'm sorry, man. Even some Mr. Olympia guys, they need posing help. Guys can hit me up. Guys from Olympia can hit me up for posing. Like, you did all this work, 13, 14, 15 weeks of work, and then you get on stage and you don't pose well. You're not showing your physique well. You just wasted everything because of your posing.
Yeah, that's awesome. So family must be pretty proud to have a Mr. Olympia 2-time champion in the family.
It's crazy, bro. My dad didn't come. My dad comes to all my shows, even around the world, Korea, Tokyo, China. He's been to all my shows, but with this whole COVID thing,
yeah,
he just wanted to play it safe, stay at home. My mom, she's like my hype girl. My mom's, she's literally so funny. So she made sure she was there. She was there with my girlfriend, going crazy, bro, at the prejudging. It was awesome. So it was really nice to see my mom in the audience. My cousins from Florida came out. They're from Tampa. They came out to Orlando. I made sure to take a picture with my dad before I left. And then when I came back home, I just posted a video. When I came back home, I brought the trophy back to my dad. So I know he was like super proud, man. I can't imagine like if I had a kid, and I wasn't able to go to a show, and then he comes back as a champion twice, like.
Yeah.
super cool. I'm so glad I can bring that to my dad.
That's awesome. Listen, how can fans follow you? Your website, anything, or is it mostly Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram, you know, Brandon D. Hendrickson, Instagram. I have a Big Waves page, Big Waves LLC _ on Instagram. I have my website, bigwavesfitnesstraining.com. I have my YouTube, Brandon Hendrickson TV. And then my Facebook is just Brandon Hendrickson, IFBB Pro.
Excellent. Listen, champ, thanks very much for taking time to be with our fans. We really appreciate your insight, and congratulations on winning the Olympia a second time. It's
Thank
super
you.
exciting and really great to talk to you. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Scott. Yo, can you do one thing for me, though?
Anything.
I got this. So my brand is called Big Waves, right? So we like ride the surfboard. So before we get on the surfboard, we got to do this thing right here, right?
Let's do it.
Can you do that right here? The wave rider. There it is. Yeah. There it is. Thanks, bro.
Loving it.
Go.
Well, we'll include all the hyperlinks in the video. Thanks so much for taking time out. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Scott. Shout out Muscle Insider. I'll be in Canada soon, you know, when things get open up a little bit. But thank you so much for this opportunity. We'll talk soon.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye-bye.